G'day everyone and welcome to another episode of Coast to Coast. Another week of fairly mediocre entertainment. I see you grinning at that line, Oz, but let's
Thumper, how are you, mate?
I'm
going
good.
well?
I'm going good. How are you going, mate?
Oh, I'm going okay. Yeah, disappointed with on-field.
You want to talk footy straight away, dude?
Yeah, let's nip it in the butt.
Sweet.
Last weekend was disappointing. Sorry to the fans. It was great to see 47,000 show up. I'd love to see everyone there. Sorry we couldn't give a better performance. We should and will give better performances in the future. But yeah. Hey, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm going all right. Give me a weekend bog before we get down to the nitty-gritty then.
Okay, weekend bog. It's actually going to be something that's happened this week. I think the 19th AFL team is super exciting. I think it's promoting growth of the game.
So is this Gill that's receiving it? You're not giving it to a state? What are you doing?
Yeah, okay, Gill, on the way out, thanks. Let's get the CBA negotiations going our way, Gill. But apart from that, you've done a great job. He has had a great
tenure.
His tenure, when you look back on it, he brought in the AFLW.
Yes.
He brought in 18 teams, landmark, 18 AFL and AFL men's and AFL women's sides. Now he's bringing in 19th. Like, he will leave the game with a big stature and that he impacted the game in a positive way. So, you know what, Gil, thank you, mate.
All right, so since you brought it up first, let's just delve into Tassie a little bit now, Oz. What are your thoughts? Don't go full James Sicily on me here, but what are your thoughts on Tasmania as a whole, as a holiday destination and a possible football destination?
Yeah, my brother actually lived in Tassie for a couple of years. So he was working with the...
Did you get sent there like convict-wise?
No, he was working for the Jack Jumpers.
Nice.
Yeah. So
doing what? Fetching pills?
Nah, yeah, I think he was like... So he originally worked for Basketball WA and he went over there. He's now working actually in another AFL club, working in the development program.
So he wasn't part of their rise to success?
He was. So their first 3 years at the Jack Jumpers.
Yeah.
So he enjoyed it. He liked Tassie a lot. Like, it's a beautiful place.
Have you been there?
I have not. No.
Mate, it is nice. I went there for one of the trips, which Cripps did speak about, and who we got later on the show. We'll get to that later.
Good plug.
Yeah, go Cripps, go. He'll never come on again, but geez, I love having him on.
He's great. Yeah, so Tassie, beautiful place.
It is,
apparently some great golf courses. So there are some beautiful things about Tassie. It is cold, but I'm someone who grew up in WA, like, I'm not used to the cold. I can imagine all the kids who live in Victoria, like, it's no skin off their teeth.
Yep.
What's it saying?
Skin off their nose?
Skin off their back. Anyway, it won't suck for them because they're used to the weather.
Yep.
To be honest, weather isn't a huge deal, and the stadium, roof on it.
Well, yeah. Well, they got to find all the funding for the roof, though, right? It's all well and good to say, hey, we want a roof.
No, there will be a roof.
Well, yeah. Didn't the Prime Minister come out and said they don't need a roof?
No, the proper one yesterday said the AFL mandate has to have a roof.
Okay.
Because of, like, how cold it could be.
Oh, mate, one game I remember Sharrod Wellingham kicking a ball and it almost
went
going
backwards.
back over his head.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, this is a crazy place to be playing footy.
No, I think it will be great. Like, I know there's a lot of hoopla about, was this a good thing? Is it not a good thing? What's the name going to be? Think about all the negativity towards Gold Coast and GWS, and I think GWS probably found a sweeter spot than Gold Coast when they initially came to the competition. So as they were the newest side, I think they'll be able to soothe it in. But it's going to be interesting to see how because I wasn't in the AFL when the other two clubs came in. I'm not sure if you can remember it.
You're talking concessions?
I'm talking priority picks.
Yes.
I'm talking you're contracted, but you can tear up your contract and go over there if you want to. If you're born there. You've seen the stuff about Nick Riewoldt and Jack Riewoldt and all of that?
No, go on.
Even though you're father-son for Richmond or
no
St
way.
Kilda.
You can pinch him from a home
if
state.
you're born from Tassie, you get father-son to the Tassie, whatever they're called.
Didn't read that, no.
Yeah, so there are going to be some interesting aspects, but I'll be still playing, hopefully, touch wood. So I'm excited to see how it happens.
Well, of course, we should have had the number one pick the year that the Gold Coast Suns came in.
So, yeah,
when we got the spoon.
Yeah, this is interesting. And we end up getting Gaffey at 4.
Yeah. Was it 3 or 4?
4.
Okay, there you go. So, yeah, not the worst.
Yes.
Not the worst.
Not the worst.
All works out, but that will be an interesting thing to watch. My bog for the week is Bunga. How he got up from that hit, that would have just... Like, people don't understand when they go and watch footy at Optus Stadium, it looks so brilliant and it's beautiful, majestic, light show, but that ground is pretty hard.
Yeah.
And Bunga has smashed it as hard as your back can really smash it.
Yeah, Bunga's a freak.
And he just kind of leant over himself and just said...
I need a minute.
I need a moment.
And collectively, umpires, players, I think Charlie Kerr tapped him on the back, gave him the ball. Crowd were like, the man wants a minute, we're giving him a damn minute. Like,
the hot dog stand fell over. There was rumbling of Optus. That's how hard he hit it.
Yeah.
And then he needed a bit more time after the half to come out. maybe to put his jumper on and just collect himself a little. I don't know if he did a concussion test. I'm not too
I
sure.
don't know.
But the fact that he played, like he's coming back off injury. Wasn't that his return game from injury?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Mate, he's a freak and he's so tough and I'm giving him a bog. Don't care what you say.
Yeah, like it.
Jamie Cripps, what were your thoughts when you first met him, before you played here, to where they stand now from Cripper?
Before I came here, I just thought he was a gun. And he still isn't like highly rated externally, but internally he's a gun. And he's always been a super good player, does everything that's required of him and was always super compliant, never made mistakes. Like that's one thing, remember watching before I came to the club, Jamie Cripps does not make mistakes.
What about when you're in these team meetings and the behind goals vision is highlighted more than others? Is he one of the standout players that the coaches will continually point to and say, look at A, his positioning, B, his run patterns that you need to mimic?
Yeah, particularly his work rate and run patterns. It's something that is always brought up and you don't necessarily notice it on game day. But my first impressions of him, I thought he hated me. He gave me nothing for a long period of time and he's warmed up on me the last 3 years. I think when I got to the club, he was... Because I'm quite extroverted and I'm loud and I'm annoying. And I think he was like, this guy sucks. Yeah. I hate this guy.
I'm not taking him down south with me on the surfing trip, no.
But now... We've created mutual interest of kicking goals and being friends and drinking
mutual
beer.
Respect of how you go about your footy, much like the Longy situation is how I would describe your relationship with him. Am I wrong?
Yeah, we're friends around the locker room as well, like far more than we were. Like I thought this guy will never, ever talk to me. And I shouldn't be overstating this. But yeah, I didn't think, so people look at a footy club, right? And they go, 45 guys, they've got to be best mates. Like this is our employment. And you know what? There's probably 15, 20 blokes I'm thick as thieves with. Like, I'm best mates with. There's another group of people that I'm friends with, and there's other people that we are friends, but we're not super tight. Like, we're not catching up one-on-one away from the footy club. I thought that was where Cripper and I would stand, but we're better friends than that now. So, yeah.
Will fans think it's the most entertaining episode or interview ever? No, they won't. But let me tell you something. Did you think the lunar eclipse was the most entertaining thing you've ever seen in your life? No.
I didn't even look at it.
No, but this is what it was. He will never do something like this again. He's the most anti-media person you'll get. And the fact that we got him, massive coup for Coast to Coast. Now,
thanks, mate.
I want to ask, as in thanks for me getting him.
Yeah.
Because you said you will never get him. That's what you said.
Yeah, you asked me on Monday. You said, I'm going to get Cripper. Yeah. And I said, no, you're not. Get a backup plan.
Correct, you did. So... what's your mindset like, Oz? This is a tough situation because you've got to look at your own personal situation when we're talking your mindset, because last year you couldn't get back onto the park. It was the most frustrating year to date of your life, professional athlete, body breaking down. Now it's back. You're back to your best. You're back to what others thought you would be living up to at this stage of your trajectory, and you're playing good footy in a team that's struggling. But at the same time, this club is in the lowest of lows in terms of on-field performance and record. How are you finding? Do you need some cuddles? Like, how are you feeling in this weird balance in between?
God, the heavy hitting. I love it. You are, Geno. In a funny way, last year, all I wanted to do was to be able to help and participate on field when we're going through a similar situation as this. And I had a year to try and think, how could I help? And now I'm trying to implement that as best I can. So leader, a good way you can lead. We talk about it a lot, role model leadership. So you lead in a way that you think others would want to follow. So you set good standards and hopefully that'll be replicated by others. So that's something I'm really trying to prioritize in terms of making sure that I've got my backyard sorted before I talk to other people. But driving standards is an incredibly important aspect of leadership and making sure that everyone's on the same page. So that's difficult to do when you've got a young team, guys that are inexperienced, guys that might not know the finalities of football and the little marginal gains because they're a young player. Like when I was a young player, I didn't know that stuff either, and I'm still learning a lot about it. So we've got some great leaders.
How old are you now?
24. We've got some great players I can lean on. So I've got Shannon Hearn. I know they're not playing right now, but Luke Shuey, Jeremy McGovern, Nick Naitanui, they've been leaders through times of success and leaders through times of turmoil as well.
Not many forwards in that group, though, Oz. I mean, you're almost one of the more booming voices leadership-wise in that group now.
Yeah, so that's probably something where I've tried to take a little bit of ownership of, making sure the forwards are set on the right path, and it's a two-pronged sword, I guess, because when things are going positively, I think, I'm doing a good job. And when us as a forward line aren't playing as well as we can, which I think the last couple of weeks have been disappointing, it hurts because like I'm not doing a good enough job as a leader. So that's probably something that has been interesting to reflect on, and you kind of take on a responsibility of if things aren't going well, it's because of me, which at times is the case. So yeah, there's a lot of development and growth, and it's funny, some of the games I've played worse this year, like GWS early in the year, I played pretty poorly, I thought. I just got some looks at goal because we played well for the day and won. And I was proud of the way I led. So I came off and I was like...
Not played, but led.
But led.
Right.
Like I thought my leadership was in a good space. So positively, I reflected and thought, you know what, really good today. Like I led poorly round one against North. Thought I did a better job. And at the moment, like there has been games where I've played better statistically or observing the game, but I felt like I could have been a better leader as well. So... I'm not sure how deep that got, maybe too deep.
No, it's an interesting mindset. Not many people have the opportunity to express that thought. You've clearly had some frustrating moments, not personally, but from a team perspective, where I'm sure you've either left the practice facility or certainly gone home from a game or travelled from the airport and just been like, mate, this is just the pits. What's one of your all-time cheat meals you've had in the last 7 weeks? Hungry Jack's is the business. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm going there later today. I'm going to absolutely hoe down. But you don't have to make it H-Show specific, as great as they are. Can you remember one just meal where you're like, F it, I'm having it?
Yeah, so my partner, Lunar, is awesome with when things are going badly. She knows that I'll be grumpy bum, and it's often off flights because she has time to prepare for it. And
this is like midnight when you're lobbing that.
Yeah, right? Yeah, my guilty pleasure. So if there's time, I'll get a pizza from like Pizzaka, and it's like Satay Chicken Club. It's really good. But if that's not the case on the drive home, I will go get some takeout. So it might be like a Whopper or whatever from Hungry Jack's or any other fast...
Just a burger. You're going to get a burger,
Just a burger.
Do you feel guilty after it?
No, not at all. But then I get home and there'll be like 2 large, like kilo packets of salt and vinegar chips. And I'll sit downstairs in silence on the couch, put on some junk telly, and I'll eat like till I want to throw up just salt and vinegar chips, and then I'll go to bed.
That's why I asked. I figured that would be the case.
Yeah.
So no good on the injury front yet again. We got Samo Petrescu-Seaton. He copped a cork, but he's also been done for a sling tackle, which was probably there. He's out a week, minimum, seeing how his body pulls up. But Rhett Bazzo, another brutal one. So he got a head knock. I couldn't even find the incident.
Neither could anyone at the footy club. Like I can't remember. No one knows when it happened.
Interesting. So they're both at least missing a week. So, and then Harry Edwards couldn't get back. I thought he'd be touch and go about whether he'd return. He's pushing real hard with a fractured wrist. That's a real difficult one. It's half pain tolerance, half am I going to do
half
more
I've
damage?
got a broken wrist.
Basically. So not great in terms of personnel returning, and we're going to be stretched thin yet again. But the season, I wanted to ask you this. I don't know how much you can really comment on it, but this, like, fans can't be measuring this season in wins and losses, and, you know, like, they can't be flat about not winning at this stage with who we've got on the park. In my opinion, like, I don't think we should be measuring it now in wins, because the season, it's not a lost season, but we can't, like, wins aren't the be all and end all. It is for confidence and morale building. I get that. But the thing that I'm looking forward to seeing from an Eagles fandom point of view is which players are cementing themselves a list position for next year and beyond, because that's what it is. There's a heap coming out of contract. You always got the draft coming in. You're always going to have 5, 6 new players coming in. Like, this is what I'm excited to see when they get thrown the keys of positions that they won't normally get the opportunity to get when we're full strength. Who's standing up and who wants to, you know, be a part of this footy club of their next journey forward.
It's an interesting conversation piece, Thumb. A lot of people from the outside don't realise, well, they probably do, but the reality of football, it's a job and guys are contracted. And if you work a normal job and you're contracted, and so list is 45, I think like 20 guys are out of contract currently. Half of your workplace is out of contract for the next season. Like, you rarely get to that extent. I think in other workplaces, I've never worked a real job, but
you'd be on the money.
Yeah, it is something that is strange. So I don't think, from where I come from, I'd like to think that we're not only trying to play well individuals because they want a contract for next year, but we're trying to establish an identity that we want to be known for in the future with the way we've played. So I thought Geelong, poor quarter in the second, but I thought we established a good contest identity on the footy field. I thought Freo, with 16 fit players, established a good identity. I thought Melbourne established a good, like, that is kind of what we're going for. And doing that, we will win games, by doing it, and sometimes we'll lose games because we are not right now of the caliber of some of the teams we're playing against. But you know what? In 2019, we were winning games where we didn't play up to the standard because we had a better caliber. So footy goes around and swings and roundabouts, and the competitive model of footy is that is the case. Like you look at Melbourne for a long period of time, they were losing games and they would think, you know what, today was somewhat of a success because we played the way we wanted to play. And then now they will play games where they'll be like, oh, we didn't hit the KPIs we were looking for, yet we still won anyway. So we're currently in the phase of we want to get things along the right path. And individually, I think when you talk about, oh, I want to get a list spot for next year, guys are personally thinking about that in the background.
Is it ever discussed with you?
God, no, nah.
It's just an unspoken thing, right?
I think so.
It?
Well, maybe,
unless you're their best mates and they'll open up.
Correct. Yeah. So, but it's not something people openly talk about, and I think that's understandable. Why? Because to a certain extent, it's bigger than you. Like it's a football club, and where do we want us to go? And unfortunately, the nature of it is the 45 guys we have now. When we win our next premiership, a lot of those guys won't be a part of it, and that's not me being brutal. That's just any footy club.
Math. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Is that a fair answer?
It is. I pointed something out on Inside Swoop, which I'm sure you're tuning into.
Yeah, listen to it every week. Yeah.
So
you and Scuzz.
That's it. So players that took the field in 2010 when we were getting touched up in the spoon year, getting beaten by 80 odd points, one to the Premiers and one to Freo who finished 6th. So some of these names were playing at the time: Coxie, JK, Pritter, Shep, Nick Nat, Lecker, Lynchy, Waters, Marston, Easy, Schofield, Embley. Some big names there. Some haven't yet reached anywhere near their ripeness, and some that have still got some good years left past their prime or coming to the back end of some good prime. But like, you wouldn't be naming those names and think that's a team that's going to be touched up by 80 of the best, would you?
No. So that's the thing. You look at that team and some of the guys had achieved success in 2006, but these guys were working towards success, which eventuated in 2018. So Coxie, unfortunately, not a part of it. Pritter, almost, but couldn't hold on. Shep, injured, wasn't a part of it on the day, but a significant part of it to get us to there. Lecker, in his retirement year, gets there. Lynchy, no. Bowie, no. Masto, yes. Easy, no. Like, there's a lot of guys there who were integral to get us to that position, but they weren't there on the day, and that's kind of the point I was getting towards, that you're trying to establish something that the footy club can be not recognised for, but can stand proud of.
You know what gives me the irrits more than anything else, especially in my line of work, Oz, is when you're trying to entertain the fans and you're putting out content that you've already filmed pre-season and the comments come back.
Focus on playing footy.
Focus on training. Focus on playing footy. So any of those quick quizzes that we recorded all in the pre-season when we're humming and the fitness is great and we're looking...
Vibes are good.
Yeah. And so they're all done and they're all preloaded. So what do? Just not release them? Been like, nah, this isn't the time to have a laugh and entertain fans right now. I saw it in 2010. I've seen it. I've seen this show before. Get back out there and kick a footy, will ya? Or like, you should be training harder. What is this? It's like, mate, what is happening out here? It's turned again. It gives me the irrits so badly.
Well, people want entertainment, and why is the club not doing stuff to entertain others, and we do stuff to entertain others when we're the bad guys? So.
Can't pick it all.
Yeah.
New AFL CEO, mate. Quite pumped.
Yeah. Andrew Dillon.
Yep.
That's exciting. I've had nothing to do with him. I actually Googled him the other day because I was like, I knew he worked for the AFL, but what his background. So it was interesting to find out. I never have had a conversation with Gil, so I'm not.
Do you care about who was anointed?
Yeah, it's important. Like,
did you have a dog in the fight? Like, did you care?
God, no, they didn't. I didn't get any buzz from former AFL someone on the board saying, look.
You're Mr. AFLPA though.
I'm not actually. I'm a delegate for West Coast. But
right. Are you the delegate?
There's two. Me and Witho and I.
Gotcha.
But I dare say Witho does a little bit more than me.
Does he?
Yeah, he's a good man.
Classic. Wouldn't affect that. Okay.
Yeah.
So this doesn't affect you.
Mate.
Hogwarts legacy's peaking.
Yeah.
So does it affect you?
Yeah, it does, man. Like, we're going through current CBA negotiations now, and he will be heavily involved with it. And you want someone who wants the best. So he works for the AFL.
Who's the AFL CPA leader?
The players leader.
Yeah, who's the head of the AFL PA?
Danger.
Right.
As a player, Paul Marsh is the CEO of the AFL Players Association.
Okay.
So Dangerfield is the players' head, and Paul Marsh is the AFL PA.
Do you just give him the ball and let him cook on those calls? You just go, Danger, it's ISO ball, you go?
Nah, that's actually not how it works. Like, the PA does most of it, and then the player delegates are kind of lent on when things are going poorly. So
does Danger host the call and been like, right, clubs unite? Let's go.
So Marshy runs the call.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
So yeah.
Is it visioned? Are you seeing everyone?
Yeah. So I remember checking into Gather Round, for instance, like checking into a Zoom call, and they're like, "We think this was early."
Did you put some great skins on?
Well, this was early off season.
Did you have the cat head on?
I was just wearing like casual stuff like this. I was on my bed in the off season, just lying in bed, and it was like, AFLPA sent an email out. There'd be a call later this Arvo about the potential of this Gather Round. Never heard of it.
Yep.
It's like November last year.
Right.
Anyway, it ended up happening, and they're like, any delegates or any members would like to, because the whole of AFL members of the Players Association would like to jump on. Here's the Zoom link or whatever to join them. I remember joining the meeting. It was like Patrick Dangerfield, Darcy Moore, Scott Pendlebury, Trent Cotchin, and then there was like Oscar.
Did he speak?
No. I thought, yeah, because there was so few of us. Marshy asked me a question like, "What do you think about this?"
Are you awake, Oz?
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's good, man. Like, I think it would be great to bring the game to people that can't see it."
Hey guys, Oscar Allen here, big fan of you all.
And it was just all quiet, and then it was like, "Thanks." And I was like, "Why did I?" And I just thought it was something where it was like compulsory to go to it.
Mate, you'll be the leader of that group in no time. That's so good. That is so good.
I just remember being like, I'm embarrassed to be here.
Okay, so Tasmania are coming in. We spoke a little bit about it with Cripper.
Just been a good podcast so far.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be. But anyway, so 19th team, you're happy with Tassie. Are they going to have a 20th licence? I'm sure the AFL's in favour of a 20th licence and not having a bye.
Yeah.
More games.
Yeah.
To pick where it's going to be is going to be the interesting one.
So the interesting aspect of it is, I think, if you go back to 20 games, it becomes... So you say it's 20 sides.
Which I'm assuming all the players will vote for, right?
Yeah. You'd want to have... Because having a bye each week, a different side, competitive advantage, like, makes it difficult. But...
As in, like, if you get your bye later or earlier when you get the bye, is that the advantage you're talking about?
I'm a top 4 side, right? And I get the bye round 23. Oh, bugger. Then I get the finals bye, so I get 2 weeks in a row. Then I've got a first final. I win that. I have another bye off. Win a prelim, I'm going into a grand final having played twice in 5 weeks.
I'm assuming they just wouldn't give those buys out anywhere near the end to avoid those scenarios.
Well, you got to have the schedule out before. Like, you can't be changing it willy-nilly. Also, gather round. So if some team misses out on playing a gather round. So these are the questions. And my thing is 20 sides, just play 20 games. There's no longer, you get to play this team twice.
You play 19 games.
And I get 19, sorry. So I play every team once.
Yeah.
That's as fair as it gets, right?
It does. What would your thoughts be of a third WA team?
It would be interesting, but...
Oh, really?
Yeah, sorry. Like, I don't know what to say here. I mean...
Would you enjoy having a third team here?
It's something cool about being a 2-team town, and there's such a hatred and rivalry, which I think is exciting. I think Port and Adelaide have a great rivalry as well. Like, I think...
They say it's the best.
It's not. Sorry.
It's just not the longest, right?
Yeah, they do have a great rivalry. And as a player and a fan, I just love, like, you're from WA? Oh, you support Freo or West Coast, that's it. Yep. And you meet someone who supports, like, I support Essendon. It's like, what's wrong with you? Why do you not support a team that's here? So
epic. All right, good answer.
Yeah.
All right, there's 2 things I want to touch on. I'm going to scrap the middle one. Want to touch on... We're going NBA talk, but we're going to relate it back. So calm down, the NBA haters out there.
Are we going to talk about Dylan Brooks? What? People hating on the fact we're talking about NBA?
I'm sure they would. There'd be people on here that wouldn't give a rat's teabag about NBA. So Draymond Green, plays for the Warriors.
Yep.
Great mates with LeBron James. Yes. He has requested through his club, through the Warriors. He said, "Look, there's a TNT broadcast. There's a Channel 7 broadcast game happening for LeBron going and scoring his record-breaking." All-time NBA points leading record.
Yes, so Buddy, AFL, Buddy's about to break Dunstall's record for all-time goal scoring.
Yes, and Draymond has asked his coach...
Lockett's record.
Well said. Draymond has come in to his coach and said, do you mind if I go? Can I miss a road game? They play 82 of them.
Yeah.
Can I miss a game and go watch my mate break the record?
Yeah.
And the coach was like, look...
Pull your head out of it.
Probably not the best look for all the teammates to see you there on the broadcast doing your thing. Probably no. And he's like, I understand. No worries, I won't go. How do you think he'd go going into Simo's office? My great mate, Aaron Norton, known him since knee high to a grasshopper, played some great 18s footy together. He's about to go kick 1,000 goals. we're playing some numpty team where we're a guarantee win. The Eagles are flying at this stage, Oz. We're just belting teams left, right, and centre.
Oh, it sounds like a good daydream. Yeah, go on.
So, would you ever have the kahunas to go into Simo's office and just drop that one?
Oh, God. What stage is it? Like, there's all these variables of what stage of the year are we? Oh, maybe I need to get a bye. Like, I need to get rested this week anyway because I'm sore.
Are you feigning hammies at training to go watch the astronaut, are you?
No, you're not doing any of that. AFL, no. Like, I think you just would not be accepted. And Australian culture, I reckon people would hate it.
If they found out and they
like,
saw you there.
Imagine if I'm just like a laid out for some reason and then you turn on the telecast that night and like I'm just sitting in the crowd, like you'd be like, oh my God, what is going on? Like, people would hate it. American culture's a bit different. And like you say, 82 games is also a bit different. Like, for those who don't watch NBA, no one plays near 82 games. Like, all the superstars play about 60 to 65 games, depending on injuries. Like, they just get rested quite a bit because 82 games is a lot of basketball to play. So, yeah, I think it's slightly different. And footy, I reckon I get told to go long pretty quickly
It's an outrageous request.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. Well, I forgot to bring this up the other week, but it's still valid. Junior Rioli was the 8th West Coast premiership player to come back and face his old side since the turn of the century.
Okay.
Can you know? And what do you reckon the record of ex-teammates is against us of the premiership ilk from 2000?
Pretty bad?
No, it's pretty good for them.
Oh, really? We lose a bit.
It's 8-0.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so every time an ex-premiership player comes up against us the first time, they knock us off.
All right, do you want me? Are you asking me, can I do it?
You know I am.
All right, Cuzzy?
Yes.
Michael Gardner?
No. Who did Gardy play for?
Was Gardner not premiership player?
No, because he played in 05 and then Siebes took his spot.
Okay, Seaby, when he was traded?
Oh, well said. I set you up there.
Yeah, thanks, mate. So,
play along at home.
God, it's a tough question. Did Stenglein leave again at the end?
No, he finished an egg.
Yeah, Matty Rosa wasn't a part of the premiership. Scotty Lycett?
Scotty Lycett is one, yes.
You were confused there. You gave me Junior Rioli's one.
Yeah, so we got Lycett, Rioli, Seaby, Cousins. You're missing 3. 4. 1 you won't get.
Lynch?
Yes, very good.
Did Ash Hansen leave and play somewhere else afterwards? No.
One's 01, one's 2000.
01?
Yeah. That's impossible. You won't get that one.
Yeah, who's the 01 one?
Mitchell White. Played for Geelong.
Former number 12. Good on you, Mitch.
Go you.
Only premiership player in 12 so far. 2000, should I get this one?
Oh, it's tough. You should be getting the other one.
Okay, go to 2001. Who is it?
Jason Ball from Sydney.
No.
Don't even know who he is?
No, sorry.
Love it.
Sorry.
Love it.
And what year's the other one?
08.
Oh.
Thumper's first year at the club. Never met the bloke. Much to my chagrin.
Juddy.
There you go. There you go.
The great man.
8-0.
Wow. All right, someone else get traded so we can break that.
Love it. All right, you want to bring Cripps on?
Yeah, go on, Cripps.
Say goodbye to the fans?
Yeah, see you guys.
Have a good trip, Oz.
Yeah, thanks. So we're doing the Inception again. So we filmed Cripper before. So this will be our send-off and you'll hear us ending Cripper. Thanks for listening. Wish us luck this week.
All right, everyone, it's a time that many have been waiting for, maybe for about 9 years. We've got Jamie Cripps on the podcast. It's been a long time. Have you been dreading this day or what?
Yeah, not real keen on doing it, mate, but happy to be here. I thought I'd get asked a bit earlier to come in, which I'm a bit disappointed
you're now
in,
offended for someone that's told me you never want to do it.
Yeah,
Is that
but
what you're saying?
it's good to be here. I think a couple of boys pulled out, so I was late call up.
I reckon the fans will finally start to realise what you sound like because I've never seen you do any media. Actually, no, it's a lie. One day we got belted in Melbourne and they asked you to say something after the game. I reckon we're playing in Geelong and we lost by like 120 points.
Not on field, surely.
No. Like the post game in the change rooms.
Oh, like a one-on-one media thing. Is
Yeah.
Oh, gee.
Why don't you like doing media?
Oh, just don't know. Just don't really like speaking to them, really, I guess. I don't know if I should be saying that, but
are you different on track, though?
yeah, like if I'm, say, with the boys and that, I'll say a bit more, but just to the media, I don't really.
It's your wheelhouse, just knowing footy as well, right? Like something you're more comfortable with rather than spinning words for the sake of spinning words.
Oh, yeah. I just don't like talking to people that I don't really know, I guess.
Can I ask you, have you ever listened to one of these podcasts? Like, do you go and listen to JK's?
No, don't tell me you've listened to
No,
this.
I've listened to a couple.
Which ones would have sparked your interest then?
I can't remember who they were. Do you have Lecker on here? Nah.
Oh, Lecker's
Years
been,
ago, yeah.
Lecker's been on in the past, I guess. You know, with Scully
Yeah,
and
might
Butts.
have, JKs and Duggos maybe. Yeah.
Love a bit of Duggo, do
Yeah. Missed Nick's last week when he was pushing down the drain.
Can you relate to that?
Don't
No,
answer that
he,
question, mate, because you're going to get on the back page or something if you say you've done it.
Did he try and drag me in with that as well?
Nah.
Nah.
Yes, he did.
Oh, did he?
He did, yeah.
Yeah, so that's not true.
So you'd like to state that as a fact.
Yeah,
Nick has made that up. He's the only
he's
one
made
that's
it up.
stopping.
He's made it up.
So we're going to talk a bit ankle and then we'll push on from the body.
Yep.
But like, you're moving around pretty good now. You're looking all right.
Yep.
How's the traveling?
Going well, yeah. So I'm still in a moon boot for another 2 weeks. But
Is that full time? You're showering and bedding with that
nah,
thing?
so I can get out of it a bit more to do like my calf exercises and like get in the pool and yeah, getting it going sort of thing. So I can start doing a lot more now, which is nice. So yeah, hopefully I can start running like straight away once like the boot's out. So I can probably a week of walking and then hopefully into it.
How does that relate to you did one in 2015, didn't you? You did an ankle in?
Yeah.
What was the difference between a break and what you did back then?
Oh, that was only a 5-week sort of injury. So yeah, this one's 6 weeks in the boot and then sort of work your way back up, get your calf strong again and yeah, good to go.
Sounds terrible.
You were pretty sore when it happened, but early last year you did a pec.
Yep.
Which was worse? Because I remember seeing you after you did your pec and you were like you're pretty tough. Like you don't like complain that much. Like you were in agony.
Yeah.
Like was that worse than this?
Yeah, pec was way worse. Yeah. That was like bad pain and went for ages. Like just didn't stop for an hour sort of thing, and then finally got some painkillers and that, and it's sort of stopped. But
and
I think we can say this. Did they give you did they give you an injection while you're still on the table here at West Coast? Or did you have to wait till you went to the doctors to get that done?
nah, so just like tablets. And
You
then
had to wait for that.
Sure.
and had to go and get that scanned. And the bloke trying to scan me was trying to get my arm to have over my.
Oh yeah, they
over
try
my
to get
head.
it
I
over
was
your
like,
head to
mate,
do that stuff. Yeah.
I can't do that. And he's trying to make me do it still. And I was like, mate, that's not on. And then, so I had to wait a couple of days for like the blood and that to swelling and that to go down, and then got it surgery.
You'd rather that injury again, though, right? Because it's better recovery. Like you're not hindered by day-to-day walking, right?
Pec's pretty bad.
Yeah. It's probably quicker to get back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could still, I guess it was upper body's probably better because you can still run and.
Just have
all
little
that.
chicken wing runs.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Little chicken wing arms, mate.
You
So,
do. Oh,
yeah.
speaking of that, how's the photo I sent you of the photo you would have snapped yourself on the gram? I went back trolling through some gram. Geez, you got some good stuff in there.
Yeah.
Of like the photo you took of your junior footy days. Like you got my rig there.
Yeah, mate. Rigo.
How old you been in this photo?
I'm actually not real sure. It would have been under, might have been big Colts.
Yeah, so you're like 16 years old or something.
Yeah, 16, 15.
Thing is,
16.
my rig stayed that way, and you did something about
I
it.
was starting to get a bit thick in my legs and that now. So
So you went from being a chubby kid to that. You've done.
You
the
were
full-
chubby.
yeah, I was fat as. So living out at the farm, brother went to boarding school.
Which one?
I only have one brother.
Which school? Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Wait, like PSA school?
Nah, so like in Gero. So
Yeah,
it's
right,
like
right.
an hour away. But so I was out the farm by myself, and my farmhouse was about 100 metres away from my nana's house. And mate, she fed me that much, like scones, chocolates. Some days if I didn't want to go to school, I'd go in her house. She'd just give me money or give me chocolates to get going. So I'd go. So growing up next to her probably didn't help me out.
All right, so Northampton, obviously.
Yep.
A lot of footballers come from Northampton. You've got a nice statue down there now with a couple of the other boys.
Is he on it yet?
Yeah, you've got a statue down there already.
Bloody oath.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
East Freo. How did it come about going to East Freo? Because obviously you're a long way away. You can't really go up just to train every day. Like, what happened with that? Did you move to Perth? How old were you? Play a bit of Colts. Talk to me about how the draft stuff happened.
Yeah, so from year 10 onwards, I was coming down like most weeks during the footy year to do East Fremantle sort of Colts games. And
Because that's the zone, right?
yeah, so East Freo is the GNFL League's zone. So yeah, just pretty much through the footy year, I was coming down every week. So leave school on a Thursday lunchtime and wouldn't go back till Sunday sort of thing. So,
did you like it or did you dread it?
I liked it because I didn't have to go to school for a day and a half. So,
but you're missing all mates and stuff as well, right?
Yeah, so I missed out on a fair bit of stuff back in Gero. But I'd go down, play or train with Colts or the state leagues and all the state teams and that, and then I'd come back and I'd play for St. Pat's, which was my under 14s and under 16s team, and then I played for Northampton sort of thing.
Yeah.
So you'd obviously be a fair footballer at an early age because all these country kids that come up, like you've never heard of them, and then they're in like the state teams. So were you identified early? Like, do you remember there was a conversation where some random punters come up to you like, mate, you're really good at footy. Speaking to your parents, can you come down to Perth and play state footy? Or how did that happen? Did you have maybe a mate that got you there? Because a lot of guys from the country, like from age of 14, 15, come in all weekends. You must have been a fair player in an early age for them to want you to do that already.
Yeah, I can't really remember how it all happened, but I nearly didn't do it because they asked another bloke up in Gero, Mitch Boyle, to come down as well, and he couldn't go because he was going on a camp somewhere. I was like, I'm not going down there by myself. Like, no, I'm not doing it. Eventually, Mum and Dad got me going, and best sort of decision I've made.
Yeah, no, Susan Boyle didn't hold you back.
Yeah.
So then, like, a fans asked what it was like sort of going in. Do you remember the first early Saints tours of just flying over? You know, big home family man, love WA, love country. What were you like doing over there?
It was a fairly big shock. So a week before that, I got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. So I was in hospital for about 3 to 4 days before sort of thing. Before the draft, which is a week before I flew over.
Wow. That's hectic timing.
Yeah, so that was a bit of a shock as well, and then I had that so it was a bit of a sort of show to start with, but got over there. The club were really good, all the doctors and that were really good to me and got me all the advice I needed sort of thing because I only had it for a week, so I didn't really know if I could actually play footy with it or anything like that. Getting over there, Saints were really good to me.
Live with teammates?
I was in a host family for about a month.
Can't imagine you would have loved that, eh?
Nah, yeah, because I was living by myself down in Perth. So I finished school, had a year off in Perth, living sort of by myself. Into a host family, wasn't a massive fan of it. And then, moved out with Alistair Smith. He's
you know that name?
No,
he didn't play much AFL.
No, he would have played probably 10 games.
Sure.
One of my good mates now is Nath as well, which was Alistair's his good mate. So, but Nath's one of my best mates now. So, so I did that, and then
wanted to get on home.
Yeah,
mate.
2 years.
2 years now. That'll do.
Yeah,
mate. Where did we end up giving pick 40 for you? So you're a bit of a bargain cripper. Bargain deal you were.
Do you know who they ended up picking with that draft pick? I don't know. Do you know?
I saw it not long ago.
Mate, there was no ones.
They're not there anymore.
Didn't end up coming to play?
No. But like, imagine that. Like, you and I are extroverts. Like, imagine sort of being more a bit insular like Cripper, and then like you're about to move home and state, and then you find out that you got this major medical condition that you know nothing about. That'd be daunting for anyone, I reckon.
Yeah, it's interesting because like people who have diabetes, I've known some people who have diabetes and they find that kids that get diagnosed with it early in life sometimes can become easier because from the age of like 4 or 5, they're kind of self-sufficient learning like the routine of what you've got to do to keep maintaining it. Yeah. Was that something that was hard when you got over there? Because like it's not something you do if your first 18 years of your life, all of a sudden it's like, all right, this is something I need to do every day and keep managing it. Was there any days like, not forgot, but you have to actually actively think about what am I doing here to make sure I'm going all right?
Yeah, no, you definitely have those days, but I've found that going into an AFL system, you got to be
have a routine,
routines and that anyway. So probably helped me out just going straight into that and having all the doctors and everyone that I needed to help me out. I didn't find it too hard, and also my dad's got it as well. So I've seen him over the years sort of dealing with it, not completely knowing what he had to go through, but just seeing him have the needles and testing his blood and all that sort of thing. So
sounds like your nana was a big culprit with this bloody sugar house shit.
No, nothing to do with that stuff, mate. Nothing to do with it.
I'm winding you up. I hear there's Mate, I hear there's a 2018 WhatsApp, like a grand final premiership WhatsApp. Mm-hmm. How good is that to be a part of? What's being said in there, and how much are you offering?
Offer not much. Lekker's probably the main one that's putting stuff in there at
He
the
must
moment.
be that bored, mate. He does everything apart from bloody live his life.
Yeah, he is pretty bored. He's always at the farm, reckons he's working hard, but he's out there shooting his guns and bloody doing donuts in his little buggy. But, it's good. We're all going in on a horse, so hopefully the horse is coming out soon.
That's meant. Were you naming it something grand final wise?
I'm actually not sure what they're going to call it. So I think we're still working that out.
That's classic.
Do you have the whole 22 in the WhatsApp?
Yeah, everyone's in there.
Everyone's in there?
Emergencies out?
But not everyone's on the horse.
No, trust me, emergencies aren't in there, mate. I didn't get it in there.
So you've had a couple of people go, look, I'd love to do it, boys, but it's not going to happen right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's classic. But you're keen?
Yeah, might as well, mate.
Yeah. I reckon that'd be epic. Imagine the race days out there with the boys.
So,
it'd be epic. Let's talk about your young fella, mate. You got Son Reef and another one on the way.
Yep.
You had your 31st birthday last week. Was that one of the most uneventful birthdays now that you're having kids and you're kind of forgotten in the background? What'd you do with it with the family?
Mate, I didn't do much because I was laid up on the couch with my feet up because of the boot. I couldn't move. But, it was a good day. A couple of boys come around, had a bit of a feed, and that was pretty much it.
And what's the young fella like? Well behaved? Got the blondest hair I've ever seen from any kid.
Looks like his mum, which is lucky for him.
Yep, handy.
Yeah. He's good. He's flat out. He doesn't stop running around, and he's a good little boy, mate.
That's that age, man. I had Annie Lunar ask, is baby number 2 a boy or a girl? Are you disclosing that? Do people know? You're going to find out on the day?
Nah, we know it's a boy, another boy.
Another boy.
Yeah.
Are the boys strong in the Cripps household? Are females rare?
They probably are. Yeah. No, most. Yeah, actually they are. Yeah. There's a lot of boys coming through at the moment.
What about Liv's side?
There's no other kids, but she's got 2 brothers and 1 sister. So
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Started playing Auskick, Reefy?
Not yet. Just a bit too young.
How long until he can start kicking around the footy?
He said he's got no interest in the footy, didn't he?
Nah, he's not. Yeah, he'd
just be a surfer dude, eh?
He likes just throwing the ball. He hasn't quite worked out how to kick it yet.
That's that age, mate.
Yeah, so he loves going to the games and that, loves watching the footy. So he will eventually turn, I reckon.
So the kids after the games, for those who don't know, in the change rooms, like family come in, and it gets to a stage where the kids are just like taking over. Like they've got footies, they're spear tackling each other into the ground.
Yeah.
Which kids are the most turbo? Like whose kids are like the ones you're like, all right, they're fine if they play with so and so, but watch out for Gov's kids because they could hurt him.
Yeah,
like whose kids are the most turbo?
Oh, there's a few. The Shoeys are good fun, mate. They're flat out.
Yeah, the Bulldog.
Yeah, Bulldog goes hard.
Is that the little girl? Is that Georgia?
Yeah, Georgia. Yeah.
So what? She'll smash Reef up in the change
Oh,
rooms?
mate, she would flog him. Yeah.
Bulldog's crazy.
Yeah. No, she would definitely have him.
Well, that's hilarious.
Nah, the kids are all good, mate. It's good seeing them down there and running around because we've missed it for the last couple of years. So
Big
it's
time.
actually,
Oh,
pretty
how many
good to see
times? How many times do you reckon Cripps has been suspended?
A couple. I don't remember you ever like. You always get in little niggly fights, maybe like 2 or 3. I don't like missing games suspended.
Yeah, you reckon he's missed games?
You missed a couple, maybe. Like
He's missed 0.
Really?
0.
You never been suspended?
No.
How many fines you cop though, Cripps?
Fair few, yeah.
Yeah. So this is what I'm thinking. Yeah, you
Just got a good lawyer, mate.
I would hate to know how much money.
No, I got the total here.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Give me a ballpark.
Be 15 grand.
Nah, you're not that bad.
Not that bad?
Nah, you're 7K.
Oh, that's all right.
That's not too bad,
Yeah, I
hey?
thought it'd be way more.
Nah, you're not in Toby Green areas, mate. You're not too
There you
bad.
go.
I reckon he
there's
gets
lots of lots of niggles, man. Lots of niggles. Bit of aggro on the field.
Yeah.
Good to say.
You've been the culprit of a couple. Like I remember, not Alex Pearce, but the former Pearce used to play for Freo.
Mate, he knocked him out behind play that
and
way.
then that created a massive one.
Yeah, that wasn't my fault, but
No. Yeah.
He's
it's
paying
your fault,
doctor
mate.
bills in that one. That was dirty as Cripper. I'm sure you remember that.
Yeah, trying to help out JK as he ran past me, the worst thing I've ever done, and just stood in front of,
What's his name?
Oh, I wrote it down somewhere. It's someone Pierce.
Yeah, and he just elbowed me straight in the face and dropped me, and I was nowhere after that. So,
Mate, 200 games at West Coast is a pretty big deal. You walk past that Legends memorial downstairs, and there's some serious names on it of dudes that are going to hang them up. You're not finishing anytime soon. You're going to go right next to them. Does that mean anything to you? Do milestones in that number mean much to you, Cribber?
oh, they do. Yeah, bloody oath. the 150 for the club is a massive one, life membership. So that was probably my main goal, is to hopefully get 150 games for this club. And yeah, anything after that's just a bonus.
Yeah, you've shattered that. Can I ask about the bikini pics that you're wearing at JK's? What is it? Is his bucks do?
Nah, so on his thing, on Loz's and JK's invite, they wanted different presents, so they didn't want like your normal whatever you get sort of thing, bowls and all that sort of thing. So me and Ginner dressed up in bikinis and took photos.
We did a proper photo shoot.
I had to get my mum around to take these photos. But yeah, we just put in like a frame for him and that sort of thing for a present.
Mate, they were looking sexy. They were in prime nick, especially Ginner.
Yeah, it was
put some pigtails on Ginner. He scrubs up all right, eh?
He's all right, doesn't he?
What year was this? It would have been
like 17, 16.
Yeah, okay.
Around there, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a fair few questions coming from the fans about the Paddy Cripps chat. So, like, what's your relationship like with him? What's the family connection like with yours and Paddy? Are you close? Because I got cousins I'd rarely see, you know?
Yeah, no. So we had farms not far from each other. So growing up with him.
Was he a fat mess as well growing up, or what?
He was actually pretty thick when he was younger as well, because he didn't grow till late and then just shot up. Like all his brothers sort of have. They're all massive.
Is he your height, Oz?
He's taller than me, man.
Probably,
yeah, and like wider. Like I remember chatting to him after the game last week, and you're like, "Hey, man," like you're chatting to him. Like it's bloody weird when players are like you don't realize how big they are, and he's just like wide as well, so he looks massive.
Yeah, he's a big boy. So yeah, both our families have sold the farm now, but yeah, we're all still really close, and don't see him as much sort of anymore. Only probably in the off season when we're up at Horrocks or. That sort of thing. So
you got a family now?
He's engaged, isn't he?
He's married, and no kids.
Yep. Did you always knew he'd turn out the way he did? Watching him in some junior days?
Not really, Nah. So I'm not sure what happened, but the year he got drafted, I think he was like, wasn't going great. But then, mate, once he's gone to the AFL system, he's just turned into a beast. So
yeah.
Agreed. I think he's like fully grown into his body sort of thing. So he's still like dealing with how big he was and like his fitness and all that sort of thing. Like he was struggling, and then I think he turned into the best player ever.
All right, mate. Your favourite player at the footy club? Young player, who is it?
Longy.
Yeah, this is what I was going to ask you. Can you talk to me about the relationship you've got with him? Like similar roles. He's like, I wasn't at the club obviously when you came here, but I think of him as like a miniature version of what you were like.
Yep.
Is that why you like him so much, or personality, the way he operates? Because we've spoken about this a bit on the podcast, like the best 18-year-old kid you've ever met in your life.
Yeah. Oh, just the way he goes about it. Like he listens, he just plays his role every week. He's a gun footballer. He's so clean with the footy. I just love the way he goes about it. Hopefully I can play a lot of footy with him over the next couple of years. Would be nice.
You had him round to the house? You gone like the extra mile?
No,
you're pretty close then, eh? Pretty close.
Don't invite too many people around the house, mate. Too much work to clean up. So
it's just Duggo. You and Duggo are tight, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty tight.
Yeah, that's a wise man to hitch your wagon too. What about a teammate you'd love to bring back? I want an on-field teammate you'd love out there next year playing, and another teammate you want for locker room banter, keep Crippy company.
Well, wouldn't mind having a few back at the moment. Who would want back? Oh, JK would be nice to come back. Lecker.
But you have to vacate space for JK. Would he get in your way a bit more?
JK?
Yeah, nice having JK. Actually, you can tell Oz where to go now.
Tell me to go long.
No, he can go ruck down back, mate.
Yeah.
And what was the other question?
Who do you want back for banter purposes in the locker room?
Mate,
who do you miss?
Reddo
was elite.
Yeah, he was. He gave a fair bit every time he came to the change rooms, mate. So yeah, do miss Reddo.
So we moved here at Mineral Resources end of 2019.
Yeah.
All the old boys, like I only had 1 year at Subi, and I still loved it because I was a little Eagles Nuffy fan. And you're walking down the corridors, and they're like a metre wide, and there's all the artwork everywhere.
You can't hide in there, can you?
Yeah.
No.
Do you miss Subi as much as everyone else? Because a lot of the boys that come on, older players particularly, say how much they miss Subi. And it was just a footy club. Like it just felt like you were part of it.
Yeah, this place is easily way better than what Subi is, but Yeah, it just had something about it. The smell of it. The change rooms were so tight, like you could barely move in there. The gym setup was shocking, but
it was terrible in comparison.
Yeah, it still worked with 45 blokes going through it.
Can you believe we did it in that gym?
Yeah, and then also you didn't have to see the coaches because they were down in the
they were hidden in the other room.
You could kind of sneak past, and if you played a game, you didn't have to go and see them.
And like I remember you'd get in the pool, and then if you wanted to like walk around, say the players' lounge or the physio room, like you could go one way out the front past the coach's office, or you just go through the back, through the pool, so you don't have to see anyone.
Yeah, no, it would nice to go back there.
Mate, you are one of the guys who plays footy, and you play footy, and you watch a little bit of it, but like you're not that keen. So I just got a question for you, mate. Massive announcement this week. AFL's new CEO. Do you know his name?
Someone Dylan?
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah,
I thought you'd be no chance. Yeah, Andrew Dillon. Like you don't watch much footy at all. Like, sorry, you watch footy, but you don't follow like what media says about footy or what's going on. Like,
watch other games?
Yeah, I do. Like if Friday night games and all that. At the moment, I've been watching nearly every game.
Obviously,
how bad is it when you're injured and you just watch like 8 games of footy? And it's like, man, I hate it.
But so I don't try not to watch too much when I am playing, just because of do my head in.
What do you like watching us? Like, forget about how we're doing. What do you like watching us when you can't play?
Not good. I just want to be out there and help the boys as much as I can, sort of thing. So it's there's probably more of that than anything. I just want to be out there playing.
What type of supporter are you though? Like, are you just insular rage, or you like have to be like, I can't watch it with anyone? Like, I just want to have it in the background and just occasionally glance at stuff. What do you like?
I'd nearly like to watch it by myself, like no one else around, just so I can just watch it. And if I carry on a bit, no one can see me. But
everyone's like that.
Have you been going to the games to watch it? Because at times last year, when I first got into it, I would rather, and I was staying at home and watching it, so I didn't have to see all the boys.
So I haven't been to a game yet. So is it a Friday night game?
Yeah, next Friday.
So that'll be my first game back. So I'll let you know after that.
Yeah.
Can we finally clear up who broke Nick Nack's boat? Was it you?
No, it was Tunners. Tunners poured bloody diesel in his petrol boat. So
were you on the trip?
Yeah, I was on the trip.
Should you not be overseeing a young fella?
No, it wasn't my job, mate. So I was
What were you doing?
So what happened? Can you explain this? I don't know this story.
So Nick wasn't even on the boat too.
No.
It was like me, Lecker, and Simon Tunbridge. And
this is back when no one could afford their own boat there.
Borrow Nick's.
So he's like, he told us before we got on the boat, make sure you don't put diesel in this boat.
Oh my God.
They're like, yeah, no worries, mate. Who do you reckon we are? We know what we're doing. Pulled up to this jetty. I reckon me and Lecker were holding the boat or tying the boat up. Tunners jumped up, grabbed one of the fuel pumps, and then just chucked in and started up. No worries.
Did you even think twice?
Didn't think twice. Didn't even think about it. And then finished up, paid for everything, jumped in the boat, started heading out the gap and out the sea. And the boat was starting to do some weird stuff.
Yeah, what happened?
It started conking out and like, what's going on here? And
Nick's boat.
What's Nick? Sort your boat out, and then then Lecker worked out, mate, what fuel did you put in it? He's like, oh, pretty sure it's diesel. He's like, oh no. And then luckily we just got back into the bay, but it was
who called Nick?
I think we left it up to Tunners to make the call. Yeah, but it was a big job to get it, to fix it. Someone had to go and get big barrels of fuel and cart it away. It was a show, but we didn't pay a thing, so it was all right.
You didn't pay for it?
No.
Oh my God.
No. Nick's mate,
yeah, fair.
Millions of money. He's right.
That's a fair point.
If anyone could manage it, it'd be Nick.
Couple of fan questions and we'll get out, And then we'll leave them alone. So you got one that you like there. We touched on the diabetes one. I like that question. So thanks to Rayona King. Cover that.
Yeah. All right, from Taj Bailey. I know what the best would be. So what's your best and worst memory playing in AFL? Like, best one's pretty self-explanatory, I reckon. But there are bad moments you have out there. Is you have any funny stories of like, man, this was the worst day I've had?
Worst day I had was probably I had to tag Grant Birchall
from Hawthorn.
Yeah, so he was playing back and I was a forward tagging him down in Tassie right when they were
humming.
Yeah, they were humming. He had nearly 30 touches and I touched the ball twice in the game and I was nearly wanted to give it up there and then. So that was probably my worst day of footy.
Are you? Did you like the Tassie trips? Because it sounds like there might be some more on the cards if you're hanging around that long.
Have you heard that news, mate? There's another team coming in.
I've seen that, mate. I've seen that. When is it coming?
Oh, 27, 28, right?
Yeah, what would you call them?
Bloody Devils or whatever.
Yeah.
But they can't, right? You know the story behind it.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Yeah. They should be called that. Warner Brothers own the rights.
From
There you go.
Bugs Bunny, there's like a character called Tassie Devil.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. Nah, cool.
Stupid.
Did you like the Tassie trip or did you not?
Mate, I love Tassie. Bit cold for me, but we usually get shocking weather when we go there. Like we usually play in middle of winter, windy as, cold as, and we usually get flogged there as well. So
We're there in 2 weeks, mate, so that'll be good. You should come over for the weekend.
no, I might miss that one. I might stay home.
Go on from Jakey. How much will we paying you to be on this show? Because there's no other way you get on here. Can you just set this record straight?
No, I think I get paid nothing, and I think I saw the
despair in my eyes.
Yeah,
that's
so
correct.
I better help him out this time because he's usually pretty good to me.
All right, I'll look after him. Got one from Joshy Naden. He hopes you're well and you're on the good track to recovery.
Thanks,
He'll be happy to see you out there. What was your honest reaction when you heard Scully was coming back and playing waffle footy?
Mate, couldn't believe it actually. Yeah, it was mate, great by him to come back and put the boots on. I don't know if he's still playing or not.
He's done this week, so he did 2 weeks in his Red Rover.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
So hopefully he can put the boots back on for a couple more because I think we're still
Yeah,
pretty
we're still
light
in
on.
dire straits.
Yeah, so no, it's good for him. He looks like he's put on a bit of weight, which is quite funny. But kicked a snag, nice snag, mate, and sounded like he played like Scotty does.
Was there chat in the Premiership WhatsApp about him coming back?
There was a little bit actually, yeah. So I thought it was a bit of a piss take to start with. I was like,
Well, he's done piss take things like that
Yeah,
before, like,
yeah.
oh, I'll come back, it's April Fool's.
Yeah,
Like,
so I didn't really pay much attention to it in the WhatsApp, so I just left it, and then he started playing.
Last question from an absolute legend of the club circle. This is from Thumpalicious. You have to lose 3 of these, mate. All right, listen closely.
Yeah.
Drop 3 of them. Beaches, 2 family members, like dead.
Yeah.
but like, not direct family members, right? How far is family members? Like,
They got to be related.
yeah, so his second cousins count, like third cousins?
Immediate cousins.
Makes it tough.
Yeah.
Alcohol,
Oh.
pets, shoes, medicine, probably pretty important for you.
Yeah.
Cars or hearing. Got to drop 3 of them.
Shoes.
Yeah, that's standard. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy one there for you.
Can you show me the list again?
Yeah, mate. You go have a look. You can give me your 3 at the end of this, Oz, by the way, as well.
Look.
Great question from Thumpalicious. Keep writing in, bros.
I'd go pets.
Yeah.
Pets they're good, but
So someone's going old yellow with your dog. They're shooting them out the back, are they?
yeah, no,
They're copping bullets?
Yeah. Shoes, pets, and I'd get rid of 2 family members. I'd find a couple.
We'll do a bit of like, bit of bachelor.
Yeah, this is what I was thinking about. Like, shoes and pets are probably 2 Monties, right? Like, you just get rid of them. Like,
Mate, you love your dogs. Your world is your dogs.
yeah, mate.
Get rid of the booze. Stop being such a booze
No,
hound.
I do love my dogs, but like, I'd rather put my dogs off than like put my family members off. Like, put my little cousins off or something.
What about older? What about some grandparents that are circling the drain?
All my grandparents have passed away, mate.
You missed out in
Thanks
time.
for that one.
Almost could have got in time.
Maybe like cars, because you could ride like a motorbike around. There's a loophole.
Not a motorbike fan, eh?
Can't have
No,
that.
I am. Yeah, no. I
Yeah.
just like my car, mate.
Yeah, look. Probably like beaches. Like, beaches are cool, but like,
Nah, Cripper ain't letting go of the beach, mate.
Nah, you can have the beach, mate.
That's why I put it in there. All right, mate. Hey, that'll do you, eh?
thank you very much, mate. I appreciate it.
boys. Thank
Mate,
you.
would you come on again?
Nah, that would do me, mate.
Yeah, that'll do you for a while, I reckon.
Yeah.
Cheers, Crippy. Love your form.
Thanks, mate.